Alrighty, and we have here Vazrael on Wintermoon, Sapphire Wild versus Seer B playing the Blood Wild Deathcry deck. Looks like pretty reasonable hands on both sides of the table. Let's go ahead and dive in here.
Yeah, absolutely. Vaz has a pretty decent one here. Cottontail Explorers. It's interesting. Is that the norm for the Wintermoon decks?
So, JJ, Jadeem Jedi, and his group actually played Cottontail Explorers in their deck last week. I think they figured out that playing to the board early gave you a much better matchup against like the Ruby aggressive decks, and it's like a 1/1 that allows you to generate value when you play it out as well. So between Thunderfield Seer and Cottontail Explorers, you have a lot of small blockers that are very good.
Cool.
I'd like to note something kind of interesting in Vazrael's end up here. We have a Witch of the Wishing Well, and this was a card that Zubrin had in his Mono Wild deck that seemed particularly potent and interesting there, and I'm excited to see it in this Deathcry deck.
Definitely an interesting one here.
That being said, past the Witch, Seerby's hand is very good here. They've got turn 2 Lord Blade Bark into turn 3 Runir Hierophant to turn 4 Commander Prompt.
Look at that. They have an Eternal Seeker in the main deck also.
Okay, so Seerby's deck is it's a little bit bigger than the average deck. And I like the inclusion of Witch alongside a card like Seeker because Witch lets you kind of smooth out when you draw the Seeker early and it's awkward, right?
Yep, absolutely. So Vaz going to miss on that Cottontail Explorer. But fortunate, has 3 more resources in hand, so goes ahead and plays out an Ice here. Has Tranquil Seedheart in hand, Pipit Hustler, and Thunderfield Seer.
So another thing I hadn't considered was that these Cottontail Explorers here, they're good with Wintermoon, right? Like,
they feel Wintermoon.
Yeah, we saw, I'm blanking on their name now, but the Wintermoon player in the previous match, they kept struggling to have cards in their crypt in order to activate their Wintermoon power efficiently.
Yes.
What do you think of this attack?
That's a super duper aggressive.
That being said,
I guess. Yeah, so there's 2 things to this, 2 pieces to that puzzle. There's a culmination of blood in hand for CRB, which is probably one of your premier cards in this matchup, and there's not another Deathcry troop in hand, so
okay, yeah, that's
so
fair.
Lord Blakebark kind of isn't doing much post playing the Runir out.
That being said, Wintermoon just got to put cards from Varel's Crypt back into the deck, so that's going to kind of control how good this culmination is.
That is true. This
Commander Prompt is very good.
Really tough. The Pipit Hustler is going to check something, but it's...
You have to choose, like, are we hustling the Runir or are we hustling the Commander Prompt?
Very interesting spell. Looks like the Runir...
to hustle the Runir. That makes sense. The Runir is pushing the most damage overall.
We get to pick our battle. Take 8 here. That's a lot. Vaz going down to 13 here. That's a good one.
Yep. It's definitely...
Transmogrifate is a pretty decent draw here from Vaz. Able to deal with the problem card of the Commander Prompt, probably.
Honestly, Tranquil Seedheart just being a 3/5 is pretty good on this board.
Yeah.
If Commander Prompt wants to attack here, it's going to trade with this Pipit Hustler.
Yep.
And Tranquil Seedheart here is a 3/5 that's quick, so when it comes, it's going to be able to be played after attackers, before blockers. And at the start of the turn, it transforms into Wrathful Seedheart. And Wrathful Seedheart here says, when this deals damage, draw a card. So generates card advantage and eats something when it's on the Tranquil Seedheart side here.
Yeah, this is a pretty good one. This is going to be interesting back and forth these next couple of turns here.
This culmination at 6. Okay. I like this attack here.
Just these, yeah.
Because if either of these die, we get to culmination them.
Yeah, and a lot of times you don't want to get your Commander Prompt. Your Commander Prompt is super, super important here, and you don't want to get it into combat if you don't have to.
This could be lights out for the Wintermoon player.
Yeah, this is... The Seedheart's going to be able to come in.
They're gonna play a Seedheart, but this culmination is just going to gobble them. Oh, are we going to play around with counters here?
Looks like.
No,
because they put a second troop in. Yes.
I like this. I like
this. This is great.
Yeah, just bid them.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, this is great.
I've got stuff here. You've got no stuff.
It's a good one, but
I mean,
can you late to the party.
Like, you're going to be dead on board if you attack, right?
Yeah, there's no attacking here. Looks like.
Yeah, I like the no attacks.
CRB is in great shape, especially with this Necropolis coin in hand.
How awkward has Takahiro been this game?
Yeah, I mean, you'll have that, I suppose.
Sometimes you should have a Deathcry troops, you know?
Yeah, it's not great. This is kind of an interesting one.
Are they... They're dead on board,
They're dead on board, right? It's 8. It's a 7-piece.
Okay,
Yeah, with the coin. Yeah, with the Necropolis coin.
Sierra B's going to take the the first game here in a very, very commanding fashion over Vazrael.
Yeah, sometimes you just don't even need your power. You just attack them. Who needs to draw extra cards when you just attack a lot?
All right, let's go ahead and head on down to the second game here. See if Vazrael can tie things up.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive, honestly.
All right, quick redraw here from Sarah B. Into a double well hand that's going to elicit another redraw, I assume.
Yeah.
Yep, down to 5 cards.
Ooh, that's not fun.
4 shards Cocktail Explorer. All right. It's like this. Sometimes these are the cards you dealt. Hex's opening hand algorithm reduces a lot of that variance that's kind of annoying in resource-based TCGs, but it does not get rid of all of it.
Hero Fall's not bad, I guess. So Vazrael has some pretty nice tools here. Going to be able to jam this Cottontail Explorer and maybe fill our hand back up.
Man, Brick, buddy. Watching this Cottontail Explorer Brick has been therapeutic for me because it reminds me why I haven't put this card on the chain in a while.
Yeah, it's really good when it draws you 3 shards.
I just want it to draw me 1. Can it just, replace itself?
No.
Can we just, not fight about it?
That one did.
That
one is a good one.
Sarah B, he treats his Cottontails right. It draws him at least a shard.
That one was nice. So Sarah B still, hand hasn't gotten much better, although alongside the 3 shards in hand, we've got a Promiscuous Succubus and a Hero Fall, so not the end of the world. Vazrael here is on a pair of shards, a Deny, a Transmogrified, and an Arcane Focus, so not bad. This Blight Bush is pretty nice. It's easy sacrifice fodder to the Tekahiro.
You play the Blight Bush, you'd be resource efficient and play the Succubus here.
To be honest, I think that's also a reasonable line, is to get rid of your Cottontail Explorer. This is probably fine.
And you're winning the race, right? And now all of a sudden, Sarah B mulliganed to 5 this game, but we're at parity on cards because the Cottontail Explorer blicked on Vazrael's side of the table.
Another Cottontail rolling off the top for Vazrael here.
Rabbit says they like this. We're going to Fate Weave a non-resource to the top and then play the Cottontail.
Gotta
thin it out of the bottom 3 that your Cottontail's more likely to hit. Ooh, we Fate Weaved a Brown Fox Scout to the top of the deck.
Well, now you can't Cottontail.
Now we're not Cottontailing. No, sir. Get right
Cracking
on in there.
yeah. Down at 19 for Cerebi. Oh, baby. Cerebi hit a commander prompt. Cerebi has pretty good draws this game so far, so the commander prompt's nice.
It's a roadblock, right?
It sure is. Vazrael going to go ahead and jam down that Brown Fox Scout off the top of the deck there. Draws another shard.
Focus.
Arcane Focus. A Pipit Hustler. Very nice.
Hustling. Now, I detect the Brown Fox Scout, I think, right? You happy to hustle this?
Yeah, I think that's okay.
The average 3-drop probably trades with your Brown Fox Scout. And you're adding a Hustler to the table. Average 3-drop trades with Brown Fox Scout.
That's good.
Deal.
So now Vazrael is down to a Well of Instinct, a Transmogrified, and a Cottontail Explorer.
Okay.
Now just a Cottontail Explorer and a Well of Instinct.
Now that they're on... Do you Hero Fall their Cottontail and get the other one out of their hand?
No, I think you certainly are going to Hero Fall this Pipit Hustler. That's one of their better cards. I don't know. This is also fine.
Just wait? Sure. So wait for more information?
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, never mind. I lied.
Confounding Iron here.
Here's a good
clutch reserve cards in this matchup. Interrupt target blood or wild card. Sarah B doesn't have many non-blood, non-wild cards.
Yeah, that's pretty...
They do actually have one in their hand. So, really small thing worth noting here, but the sequencing on this Cottontail Explorer is pretty incorrect.
Yeah.
They put 2 non-resources into their deck and then flipped over. Those non-resources could potentially have been placed in the bottom 3, so you should definitely do your Cottontail first there.
Yeah, gonna go ahead and attack with this Blight Bush. They're gonna just
probably
suck this now.
It, yep.
Yeah.
I like it. Get those cards, those sweet cards.
Okay. This is good. This is a good opening here. I think I would probably take it if I'm Sarah B to try and get the Pipit off the table. It's going to be a problem.
Are you that far behind at this point? What if they hit a Windsinger?
A Windsinger? I mean, yeah. I don't know. You got an Eternal Seeker. This is good here. So Sarah B going to go down to 16. It's 16 here for him, and 18 for Vazriel with just a Pipit Hustler on the table and only an Arcane Focus in hand. However, there's a Brown Fox Scout looming.
I'm not sure I love waiting here. I feel like you could just play this Brown Fox Scout now. Don't be afraid to play your quick cards on your own turn. If you play the Brown Fox Scout, you could then play the Arcane Focus and like be really resource efficient for the turn.
Yeah, here's the awkward tension with Eternal Seeker. You want to be able to get cards with it.
But you also want to like have pressure,
and
right?
You want pressure, but now you can't do anything. Confounding Ire, notably bad. We found deny. Confounding Ire, notably bad against prismatic troops, but
Shardless troops.
Shardless troops, excuse me, not prismatic. It depends which prismatic they are.
Oh, it's the die that draws a card too.
Oh, it's a really good one.
All right, this
understood.
We've kind of gotten to the point of the game where, like, we mentioned earlier that Winter Moon is slower to generate card advantage than something like Dreaming Fox, but like once it gets that card advantage generating, it really starts to snowball.
Yeah, we're gonna get going here. It looks like the now we get the Cottontail, and then we still have Winter Moon's ability available here.
And like we have Confounding Ire for the next threat.
Yeah, looking pretty good. Looking pretty good for Vazriel here. Coming in, putting Cerebi down to 10. Cerebi just down to a Succubus in hand. Yeah, just that one's going to meet a Confounding Ire. Just the Monsagi Lily Pad of Shame. Trying to just get up to the attack of hero power is kind of what it feels like here. Yeah, the Deny is probably all going to seal it.
Lock it up.
Yeah.
Like, the odds of them drawing 2 impactful cards and 2 draw-ups is pretty low.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and put Cerebi down to 6 and a 2-turn clock here with a Deny in hand.
Alright.
That was 1. So...
looks like Vaz might tie this up. We'll see. Counter?
I mean, that's
okay.
Fine, too.
So you're saying there's a chance?
There is a chance here. Nope. I lied.
Brown Fox Scout on top?
Brown Fox Scout on top. I wonder if is that one prophesized? I can't. That's a lot of text down there. No, that one's not prophesized.
That might not be. That might.
Oh, it's just
that might be a
decline.
replay bug.
Yeah. Well,
we'll find out. Nope, not a replay bug.
Nailed it. Just drilled it too. That's perfect.
We hit a deny as well.
You went to deny, yeah. All right, cool.
Well, Vazriel ties it up 1-1 here against Cerebi.
That was.
Let's go ahead and pull up the third and final game in this round 6 feature match, and then we'll be rolling right on into round 7. It looks like here, and round out our top 8 competitors.
I've forgotten how much I just love Brown Fox Scout.
It is my favorite hex card in terms of design ever. It's not because it's too powerful, but just because it's so elegant and simple.
It's great, yeah. Ooh.
Okay, we've got good hands on both sides of the table.
I really like it. Yep, really like it from both players.
We're missing a second blood threshold on Cerebi's side, but gonna get your Blightbush into Runeer, like nothing too bad to complain about.
Pretty good. Vazriel.
Get the resource right away, get to focus.
Decent turn too. So they have a pair of Pipit Hustlers, to Deny, and a Cottontail Explorer, pair of Shards, and an Arcane Focus. They got all the tools they could need here. Cerebi also in a pretty decent spot, and they Fate Wolved on turn 1, I believe. Is that right?
Yes, they did.
So they put the
a non-resistant,
which was Succubus.
Which I don't mind. Like, they already have 4 shards in their hand. It might be a little bit greedy since they don't already have the second blood threshold.
Yeah.
See, and again, Cottontail Explorer enabling this turn 2 Winter Moon for 2 cards.
Yeah,
very reasonable. The sooner you get those Winter Moon cards into your deck, the more likely you are to draw them and start snowballing that advantage for yourself.
Yeah, now this is going to feel pretty rough with the hero
double blood card for Cerebi, not where you want to be in life.
Although, this Runeer could get going if we hit a blood off the top here. It did not.
That's why I like to draw my Lord Blightbark after I've already played
after you've played your Runeer. It's probably the worst possible time. Alright, well, man.
Scout. So you see Brown Fox Scout Fate Weave to the top here. I wouldn't be too surprised to see Varel stop during the ready step and play it off, but at the same time, then they can't hold Deny up, so they might just draw it. I don't hate just drawing it.
Yeah. Not bad there.
This also gives them the opportunity to Pipit Hustler inside of combat and gobble up this Runeer when it
attacks. This is going to be pretty brutal if they don't hit a blood. Yeah, it's just not going to come together for Cerebi this game. It doesn't really look like.
Man, if they'd have hit a blood there,
been real good hitting the Pipit Hustler.
Ooh, we didn't attack.
Yeah, scared of the Hustler.
The Pipit Hustler like a book. Okay. I like it. I like the attack.
Form.
Illusionary form just like literally doesn't have text when you get turned into it. Normally it saves something when it comes into play, but just like whenever your transmogger phase, your transmogger troops in this case are hard removal, it's just like
yeah, pretty good. Yeah, CRB really needed to hit a blood threshold there in order to take this Pipit Hustler off the table.
Kind of surprised I don't see the Arcane Focus get played out there. All right,
see, now we're a turn behind.
We found a blood, but it might be too little too late here.
Did you have the Grounds Creeper there? You think?
I'm really not in love with this sequencing from Cerebi here. I feel like if your plan is to play the Hero Fall this turn, you want to use the Hero Fall during their ready step to give them the least amount of information possible.
Yeah. We went with the Hero Fall. Okay. I like that. That's cool. Emperor's Lackey gonna hit the table here, so maybe Cerebi's not in the worst spot here. Just a pair of denies, a Confounding Ire, and a Brown Fox Scout in hand for Vazro.
The second Scout on top's a big deal.
It's pretty big, but it's 3 counter spells here, so
I feel like Varels is ahead on board and has 3 interrupts in their hand.
yeah,
so
it's pretty close. Ooh.
I'm not sure that really helps. We should like deploy this Promiscuous Succubus. We get to play this Brown Fox out and then deny it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good here for Vazriel still.
Confounding Ire is an interesting decision. We see their Hero Fall come out. Are we gonna fight over this one?
Well, we get to Brown Fox and deny this turn now too, right?
I'm so confused.
Unless that's not what it is.
I mean, it was right last time.
Yeah. This is a wacky one.
Interesting. Maybe they're gonna draw something that's not a denied. We'll feel silly.
I hope so. Survey says.
All right, that explains it.
Yeah.
All right, so
okay.
Minor replay bug there. Brown Fox Scout got stuck on top of the deck. I'm kind of surprised they didn't play the Brown Fox out of their hand, though. That being said.
Yeah. Well, this Creeper's not going to happen. We have a deny available this turn.
I mean, it worked like snap denying this, right?
Yep.
Like, Cerebi's at 17. We've got... It's a 5-turn clock's a long time, so Cerebi's going to have a lot of time to draw out of this still.
Yeah, absolutely. So be able to jam this Brown Fox Scout down here. And then... another deny. Boy, oh boy.
Oh, any chance Cerebi had to come back in this game is probably going to be denied.
And that'd be rough. Yeah, pretty good. Ooh.
So it's a small thing, but I really like that Cerebi is holding this Monster Guy
absolutely.
here. If they draw a Shin here, the Monster Guy's lily pad is an uncounterable way for them to get a troop into play, which they can then use Takahiro's ability to gain some life and draw a card.
It's also a second blocker if they get real far behind here. Coming in for 4, Cerebi going to go down to 9. Vazriel up to 15. Culmination of Blood. Pretty good when your opponent has no hand.
We said it was the best card in the matchup, right?
Yeah. Alright. Sapphire Ice off the top for Vazriel. Going to probably put a non-resource on top of their deck here.
This is...
feeling pretty bad for Cerebi.
We need a Shin here. You drew your best card 2 turns in a row. How could you lose? How could you lose?
That's brutal stuff right there.
I read a thread on the forums that said Culmination and Blood needed to be banned.
Yeah, and they were probably right, but only because of how bad it feels when you draw it on turn 20. Yeah. It's pretty good stuff. Yeah, not looking good here for CRB, unless he has something like Massacre in the deck or something like that. Yeah, just
another
bad.
Monster Guy Lily Pad is gonna be a wrap here.
All she wrote.
So that's gonna put Vazriel up to 5-1. So again, they are not a lock for top 8 by any means, but they put themselves in a very good position. If they win this last match, then round 7, they'll be eligible for the single elimination rounds. We'll be back with some round 7 matches, some winning in for top 8, and then the single elimination rounds after that in just a minute. Stay tuned, folks. Thanks for watching the match coverage today.